You were the nice guy? Mm-hmm. You know what they say. When you're a friend to everyone, you're a friend to no one. No, I think I've heard that quote before, but I have no idea what it means. And I don't think it contradicts itself, but yeah. So, cause obviously you're not just like, yeah, I kind of do things on my own. I don't really talk to people anymore. Like, you seem like a very nice guy, so I'm kind of wondering where your current friends came from, if you have any. I hopefully. What? What? You got fired through dunking? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's good, no? Uh-huh. So wait, when you say dunking, I assumed you were like straight up like a pencil, like just like barely getting it in and hanging from the rim. Were you doing like under the leg dunks? Wow. Is your mentor you're talking about that guy who got his dunk in NBA 2K? Mm. The Donald Dunker. Biden baskets. I don't I don't know. And I'm guessing you're not a political kind of guy. You don't seem like the type to like arguing politics. I'm not into that malarkey. So are you a liberal, would you say? Uh-huh. Your views? Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I'd put myself in the same boat as you then. I was talking to my dad about how, you know, that ICE video, like, I don't want to get into politics too deep, but the ICE video where the girl tries to pull away and gets shot, I told my parents, I was like, this is so fucked up, and they were like, she tried to run them over. She tried to run them. I was like, dude, the tire isn't even pointing at the cop. And they were like, dude, they're criminals. She was, and I was, oh my god, I got so upset. My heart broke. Hey, I'm telling you, I've made a prediction like a year ago. In like 10 years or 20 years, when all of our parents right now, like 20-year-olds and stuff, die, all I'm saying is there's gonna be a lot more peace-minded people, I think, that don't really care about political parties. No, we can get into anything. We have like 2 hours. Because like people aren't immigrating there or are like overrunning it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. So where did we even get into politics from? I can't remember. Fuck. Uh so what shoes you got on or Mm. You like him though? Mm. Nice. Yeah, I bought 270s, Nike 270s. I don't know if you know what those are. But I didn't even think about that. But I bought 270s and they were like white but with like orange, blue, green, and teal on the sides and back. And they stopped selling them once I was too big for my first pair, so I found like a vendor that was selling a bigger size, and like 3 years later, and I bought them, and then I outgrew those, so now I'm really sad. And also they just got torn up. But, but 270s are so comfortable. When I wear something else, I'm like, bro. Yeah. Sorry, do your shoes have like holes in them, or do you take good care of them? Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh. So are they still there, or did you sell them all? You could do what Stupid Moron did and make a website and put like tire marks on them and then sell them. Yeah. Or paint a Filthy Winky on it, which is a like a terrifying version of Teletubbies. It's pretty cool. But that's actually really interesting. So how was kind of like you were getting attention online, I'm guessing, for your dunking. How was kind of like how did that kind of feel? Because I can't imagine how I would feel if I was doing dunking and getting like comments being like, dude, that was freaking sick, or like, dude, you need to work with me. Like, that's just so strange to me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. It feels awkward. I thought you were gonna be saying. I thought you were saying it feels awkward to talk about dunking, like you were like caught naked. Like, no, let's not talk about my dark past. If I were you, I'd definitely keep one of your favorite pair of dunking shoes, though, just as a. Mhm. Yeah. They'll make something for 3 years and then never make it again. And then they'll bring it back after you think it's limited. Yeah. Um. So for a while, well, your status now is Bubter McBubberbutt, but before it was play some game you were advertising. What is what is that all about? Is that one of your friends' games? Shout out Furia Clicker. Is it free? Oh, wishlist Furia Clicker. Is it like Clicker, but with instead of cookies, it's Furia? Hmm. Uh huh. Mm. And what's your What's your profile picture? The creepy pasta face. Uh-huh. Wow. You a big fan of creepypasta, or did you just think it was funny? Uh, were you ever into cryptids? I'm assuming you know what cryptids are. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. What about salad fingers? Uh, where would you put salad fingers on a tier list? Uh, creepypasta. Do you know what my kind of my favorite YouTube content is? Well, not my favorite because I don't watch it very often, but I think the best YouTube content are what are those called? Like VHS tape series on like what is that one where it's like everything's made out of meat? El Carne? Uh, fu- yes. Vita Carnes. Vita Carnes. Yeah, that one's cool. Mm-hmm. Mm. So are you a big fan of horror? So what would you say is your, sorry for that moment of silence. Sorry. So what would you say is your favorite kind of horror movie if you had to pick? Uh-huh. You know, I just watched Obsession. That movie was good. Oh, Steve Hates Brian is a big fan of Jacob's Ladder. Mm. Mm. So if you had to rate the best who do you think is the best slasher like killer? I know you're in the more psychological, but uh but like Ghostface, which one would you put? Which one's your favorite? Or have you not seen those movies? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm. Oh, so is it kind of like Saw in the way that it's uncomfortable, or? Oh. I don't know. I haven't watched Sinister. Isn't that supposed to be like one of the scariest horror movies? Mhm. Mm. So have you seen the Ring movie? You like that movie at all? I think that movie is probably one of my favorite horror movies. Big fan of the camera work and the style of how everything looks. Yeah, especially on the island, and also just like I don't know. I think that movie is. I think it's it's like one of the best like vibes. Like I don't think I've seen anything that's captured that kind of feeling. But I feel like there's also something missing from it, you know what I mean? Like where I can't put it as my favorite, like automatically. For, that first scene where that girl's in the closet fucked up, that shit seared into my brain. Editor, also me, put that on screen. Oh, or she's got like orange lumps, bro. It's like, oh my god. Mm. No, no, no. No, but I think. Oh, so kind of going from this, we'll call this a transition. What what are like your biggest fears? Mm, not me. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I will either, but definitely not my biggest fear. Really? Oh my. Well, yeah, that's not what I'm saying I'm scared of. I was thinking more I think my biggest fear, you said death. I think like in like you'll never be able to accept it. I think my biggest fear is coming to the point where I want death. Like let's say I'm 60, right, and I'm married and my wife dies and I have to live another 20 years. Like that's my biggest fear. I think as long as cuz I'm dating someone right now that I may end up marrying hopefully. But like my biggest fear is always something happening to them, which I know is common, but like out of a place of care for them, but also like what do I even do without them? Because I don't want to move on, because you know. People are unique. You have a girlfriend? If I don't have kids when that happens, just know I'm gone. Unless I have like the best friends in the world that are also single. If they have wives, fuck no. I'm not third wheeling at the age of like 60, bro. I'm done. Uh but do, I'm guessing since your biggest fear is death and you don't think you'll ever be accepted. Uh do you think about mortality a lot and kind of like the Mhm. Are you religious? Me neither. Brain. Oh. I, yeah. I would say I'm the same way. I going into high school, I kind of thought about some issues with the Bible and the faith, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't add up for me. But I do love my Catholic brethren and Christian brethren. Shout out to y'all. I'm not gonna judge. You're, yeah. Hmm. That was tough. That was tough. Um. So, kind of transitioning to a next topic from that. Very smooth transition. Thanks for setting it up. Who, who's the best My Little Pony character in your opinion? All right, you just cut your interview an hour short. I'm cutting out everything. No, I'm kidding. No, no, no. You were gonna be like, oh sweet, more break. Nope, you're staying, man. Um, so what's your like favorite kind of shows? You obviously I'll say mine first, so you kind of get an idea of what I'm saying. Um, I really like the anime Cyberpunk Edgerunner. Spoiler alert, skip 20 seconds if you haven't watched it. Uh, the main character. I like movies where it's romance, but one of the characters dies in the end, like saving the other or something. I like those kind of like, well, yeah, but like beautiful tragedy where it ends up. I like a bittersweet ending. But I also love like I love romance to be like a subplot that becomes the main plot by the end. I kind of like action. Like if it's just a romance, like I'm not reading book talk smut and being like, oh yeah, oh yeah, no. But yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Lego Star Wars show. Mm. Mm. So do you ever go back to watch that or no? That's interesting. Have you been on the ride for the Twilight Zone? What do you think of Disney adults? I was gonna say pedophiles, but yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Uh-huh. I I love Papa Meat. Meat Canyon, I love his videos. I actually just got today. I got a hoodie and a shirt finally came in the mail for the Tugboat. If you watched his 30-minute like live action show episode, and I also got his manga. You know he does, or you didn't know? Yeah, it's pretty freaking sick. I can't wait to read it. Also, speaking of manga, I bought a whole. I'm a fan of anime called Soul Eater. It has like a similar kind of like if you enjoyed Pokemon, watch that. But it's like not similar topics, but like kind of gives off the vibes. But I bought the whole manga, like 24 books for like $120, and I was like, steal. And they got here and they're in fucking Japanese, and I was like, oh my god. So so if anybody out there, any fans of Japanese or can speak Japanese, like Soul Eater, hit me up. I'll ship you these for like $60. I don't really care. But yeah. So kind of, how did you end up getting into maintenance as a job? Mhm. Uh huh. Wow. Remarkable. So, do you play games? Do you play Steam games? I'm guessing. Mhm. Are you good at Counter Strike? Uh huh. Mhm. Did you say if anyone wants to play with you? Oh. Mhm. Um. What are since you obviously have issues with certain people, like Disney adults. What are kind of like your biggest like I don't want to say icks because that's like my least favorite word ever, and that makes me mad personally. But what kind of like pisses you off? Like small things that people do, like that you can think of. Like when I think of that, I think of like people who blow bubbles and pop it loud and like just like next to you and like that shit pisses me off. Uh, mhm. Or like when they use the wrong form of there. what if it's a mistake? You still get mad? Uh-huh. Mm. So you're fat phobic. Oh my gosh. Do you hate when people talk while they're chewing food? Wow. If they're not talking to you and they're chewing and talking? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something that makes me mad, shout out to my sister. This one, like, I don't know. I feel like there won't be people like this watching this interview, but sorry ahead of time. I really don't like when girls get spray tans. I I didn't know that was a thing for British girls. That's something that happened at my high school. Like those people were the people that upset me the most. It was like, you really all just trying to look the same. But yeah, what were you saying? Yeah.